Yes, people, we are live. We are back for Carabao Cup Day. Well, tomorrow, but our preview is today. I'm joined by Liam. How are we doing?
Yeah, all good, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Obviously, we did our review yesterday of the Rotherham game. Some guy put in he commented a few of my quotes and then said that they didn't have to get out of third gear. And I merely said it looked like it because both teams played like crap, is probably the best way to put it. But we are back for Carabao Cup fixture. It is round one. Obviously, we're always in round one because I don't see Argyle getting European football any day soon. So we are into round one, as we normally are. Now, last year, we faced QPR. We faced QPR in round one. And we beat them. We beat them 3-2. Is it 3-2? Yeah, we beat them 3-2. So we normally get we normally have an all right round of fixtures in round one. We're normally all right in round one, but look, it's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. Peterborough are a good side. We'll get into a bit more about our position in a second. Obviously, they were promoted last season. We were not. So you have to call them a fairly good side. They haven't had the greatest of starts, including pre-season. But we'll get into all of that. But firstly, Argyle, Niall Liam probably a doubt for tomorrow. Obviously, sort of pulled out of the Rotherham game. It looks like a hamstring injury. Ryan Lowe is not taking any risks on that, and nor should he. So we're probably without Niall Liam. Brum cannot play tomorrow because obviously he is on loan from Peterborough. So two absentees. Now, Ennis for me, that's a bit more of an absentee because he is one that you'd ideally want. He is probably right now our most informed clinical striker. That's not to say that Jepcott is shit, but it's to say that, you know, Ennis is really the guy who knows where the back of the net is at the moment. To be without him is a big loss. Ryan Hardy, though, he'll no doubt probably come in. So starting with our attack, what do you make of the attack that we're probably going to see tomorrow? As I say, we're probably going to see Hardy and Jepcott up top again. It didn't work necessarily very well against Rotherham. I thought Jepcott had a bit of a poor game, but it is a different day. It is a new competition that we're going to be in. What do you make of Hardy and Jepcott up top for this game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Peterborough didn't do well in the pre-season. Obviously that's pre-season, but it still gives an indication of.
Yeah, we'll get into Rotherham in not Rotherham, Peterborough in a minute. What do you make of Hardy and Jepcott up front?
Yeah, I can't remember who, but yeah. Yeah, I do see Ryan Hardy and Luke Jepcott doing well in this game, and if they do get past the Peterborough defence, I do see them scoring. Either of them. Don't mind who.
Yeah.
I don't mind who, as long as they score.
Yeah. On the other end of the scale, obviously Callum Burton came in during the summer. I do expect him to play tomorrow. I do expect him to be cup goalkeeper, really. I wouldn't expect to see Coops in goal for tomorrow's game. But Callum Burton, it's going to be our first opportunity of watching him live, that is. Looks like an all right sign. Had an all right season with Cambridge. confident that he'll be in nets?
Yeah, I do see him playing quite well. To be honest, obviously it's his first game. Let's hope
Yeah.
he can do well. A clean sheet is a bonus, but if he can get that, that'll give him great confidence.
Yeah, really, really boost him up, wouldn't it? Defensively, we're lacking options. We are lacking options defensively. Obviously, Bolton is injured, so he's obviously ruled out of tomorrow's game. Might see Galloway come in. We might see Galloway come in at sort of centre back. I'm probably thinking he might either take off. I think he'll keep Scar. But I think one of Wilson or Gillespie will come out and be replaced with Galloway. That's sort of what I'm thinking. I think he will switch a few things up. That's sort of how I'm seeing it anyway. So I think that would be a sort of defence. Midfield, maybe Randall will come in. I think maybe Randall for Houghton. Mayer, I would assume will start. I think he'll go Conor Grant left back or left wing back. I think he'll keep Panucci. And Danny. Maybe bring out Jordan, bring in Adam. I think that's probably what I'm thinking anyway. But no, look, Carabao Cup. I don't know if we truly care about the Carabao Cup. I think Argyle notoriously been very, very serious about the FA Cup, which I would hope we are, because that's more money. I think more money in the FA Cup than there is in the Carabao Cup. Not to say I wouldn't want to do well in the Carabao Cup. Of course I would. I'd love to beat Peterborough. Love to get a fairly easy second round tie and then maybe one of the big days out, Old Trafford or Etihad, Emirates, Anfield, Stamford Bridge, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It would be good to get one of those in round 3, boost the coppers per se in the bank balance. Cup runs do help with a club like Argyle, because if we can get to the third round and get one of the big boys, a bit more money. Ideally, I think if we can get them at home, we'll probably get a fair near full house attendance, which, look, all of this helps, especially transfer window time. Well, Ryan, in January, won't it? Get a few names in. I mean, obviously there is talk of a striker that could be coming. I think that is what he is wanting. He's definitely wanting a striker. So we'll have to wait and see. Callie's saying already a big day out, coming to the Super Posh. I wouldn't necessarily say big day out. We're not taking too many, that's for sure. From the chat in the group chat I'm in, it looks like we're taking about 250, which is nowhere near our usual. But no, it's a Tuesday night, Carabao Cup. No offense to Peterborough, but it is Peterborough. If it was maybe a higher championship side, so like a Sheffield United or a Fulham, we might have taken more. But we've not tended to care too much about Carabao Cup. And it is a Tuesday night. Tuesday night's notoriously difficult for travel, especially in the coronavirus pandemic. And obviously we just had one long trip to Rotherham, haven't we? So I don't know if the boys are too excited about doing 2 long trips. So yeah. Big up to DC, says, when is this? Tomorrow is the game. I'll tell you what, 250 is not bad at all, It's not bad. Look, we do travel well. We always have. Argyle fans have always travelled well. It's definitely something of that. Callie, if you do want to come on, mate, let me know and I'll send you a link, because obviously being a Peterborough fan, it does make sense to have you come on if you do want to. I've got a lot of we're going to go in depth on Peterborough, actually, like we did with Rotherham on was it Friday we did our preview for Rotherham. So we're going to go very much in depth into Peterborough. Got a lot of information. Am I going? I am not. I will be, I think it's actually on Argyle TV for 250. So, buzzing. I'll watch it on that. So yeah, that's my thing. I'm saving the money. 'Cause I'm going to British Touring Cars end of the month, Foxham. So I won't be actually at Argyle until September. You know, it is sad times, but you know, I do want to go British Touring Cars as well. But I will be watching it live on Argyle TV for £2.50. I don't know if it's free, you know, for the if you're a member, I'll work that bit out closer to the time. But yeah, I will be watching it live at home, uninterrupted, no adverts. At least I fucking hope not. There better not be adverts. DC says I'm on holiday right now. Love to see it, DC. Love to see it. But yeah, that's sort of our side. I mean, there is looking like a striker could be on its way, which would be, you know, handy really, because they won't be ready for tomorrow's game. So you know it's Jeb Cott Hardy up top tomorrow for tomorrow's game. Because no matter what, even if we do sign a new striker, ain't ready for tomorrow. So we know what the strike force is going to look like. I think the other bits, I think I'm pretty certain Callum Burton will start. So I'd put money on that one. I don't know about the defence. As I said, I think Galloway will come in. I think Galloway will play. As I said, I don't know who for yet. Adam Mandel might come on. Lawsy might. Law might get a game. Might rest Conor Grant for Saturday. Big game against Gillingham at home park. So might save a couple of legs. James Wilson, I don't know if he'll play. I don't know if he'll be playing 3 games in a row. I just don't know. I don't know, that is for sure. But let's get into Peterborough. Let's start the show. So let's start with Peterborough. Sort of having a look at Peterborough as we did with Rotherham. Gone in depth about it. As you can see with the logo in the middle, it's Carabao Cup Day. Who's not excited? I'm not that excited, to be fair. But you know, it's Carabao Cup Day. So starting off, let's talk about their manager, Darren Ferguson, obviously manager of Peterborough. His current spell, now he's been at Peterborough 3 times now. His current spell, he's been there for 2 years. He's won 2 promotions in his entire. So he's been at his current place for 2 years. Been at Peterborough for 2 years current. In his whole career at Peterborough, he's won 2 promotions, 1 playoff win. He's got 1 relegation. But that win rate of a 47% win rate is not too shabby. He wins pretty much half of his games, which, you know, that's not shabby. I mean, it's currently, with his current time at Peterborough, it's currently a 50% win rate. If you take into account second spell, I think, went down to 40%, so it's around about 47%. But Liam, Darren Ferguson, son of Sir Alex Ferguson, as we well know, and this man does know how to play football and does, most importantly, know how to win. So what are you expecting to see from Darren? Obviously, it sort of speaks for itself, really, in terms of promotions, playoff wins, the win rate. I mean, you add all of that up and it should be a really difficult game.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, his win rate there is 47%. That's very, very good.
Yeah.
1 relegation in
Championship.
Yep. In 2 years is very, very good. 2 promotions as well, very, very good. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game, especially with him in charge tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, we always know it's going to be tough with a Darren Ferguson side. Look, he's never going to make it easy for anyone. In fact, he's never made it easy. Sorry, I'm just messaging. If you are free and did want to come on here. So I was just messaging Callie, who is a Peterborough fan. So if he is free and would like to come on, I've just sent him the link because you know we're good like that. But yeah, Darren Ferguson, he's a bastard of a manager, especially if you're the opposition. But look, he knows how to win. You can't disrespect someone who knows how to win. But as you said, they've not had a great run in the Carabao Cup. They got knocked out by Cheltenham last year, so you know, we'll see how that goes. But obviously in the league, he's a different beast. Cup sort of competition, maybe not so much. Now, this is obviously where they finished last season. So they finished second in the league, 2 points behind Hull, automatically promoted even before the final day. They're not a bad side, are they, Peterborough? In fact, they're pretty damn decent, and I don't know. No, they wouldn't have, even if they won their last game, they wouldn't have gone up. They would have been level on points foul though. But look, Peterborough, they're a good side, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, second in the league with 87 points is very, very good. Say if Hull lost, well, they would need it. Well, say if it was on 48 games in the season,
yeah,
they would have had to win both when they Peterborough. Hull did very well in that season, so they pushed them very close. Peterborough to Hull.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Only winning the league by 2 points.
Yeah, 100%. Posh have made some new signings, that is for sure. We might see some of them tomorrow, actually. Yeah, we should still be on there. So yeah, Posh have made some new signings. Let me just get up my information now, because they have made some new signings. We'll start with the guy on the left. Now, the guy on the left, his name is Josh Knight. They have signed him from Leicester City's academy, the under-23s. So he comes in from Leicester. Not a bad signing at all, is it? Not a bad signing.
Nah, yeah, very good. It's not a bad signing. Obviously coming from Leicester, only one league above Peterborough now, Championship. Still, he could do very well for him. Who knows? Yeah,
I'd agree. We'll then go on to the guy on the right. I've got a reason why I'm leaving the guy in the middle for last. So the guy on the right, his name is Jack Marriott. He's been at Posh before, so he's a decent player. He's come from Derby, so come from one Championship side to another. What do you expect to see from him?
Seeing a lot of goals is what I reckon from him, because is he a striker?
Yeah, he is centre forward, mate. He's a pretty clinical centre forward as well.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I do see a lot of goals from him for Posh.
Yeah, I'd definitely agree with that. If he does start, we'll have to keep him quiet somehow. But most importantly, let's have a little look at the guy in the middle, shall we? The guy in the middle, his name is Joel Randall, and he is joined from none other than Exeter City Football Club. You know, they're all desperate to leave Exeter nowadays. Joel, he had a really good season last year. He's a really good player, one that I do speak very highly of. Would have been amazing if we could sign a really good player from Exeter just to piss him off. But Joel Randall, he is a good player. Very good season in League 2 last year. Making one heck of a jump, though. Skipping League 1 entirely and straight into a Championship. So we'll see how he fares there. But yeah, Joel Randall. Liam, what do you think of Joel? He's not a bad player, that's for sure.
No, he's not a bad player, is he? Obviously from the scum. If they can give us Matt J, that'd be very nice. No, I'm joking.
No, I'll take Matt J. No, I'm very, very flexible and open about Matt J. I'd happily take him, just because he's actually not a bad player, right? Just to see their tears would be absolutely worth it. Like, imagine Matt J goes, I need to leave. A bigger club is coming for me. I'm off to Argyle. That would be top house shithousery. That is the stuff that gets me excited in the morning. Shithousery. I love shithousery. And if we could sign Matt J off them lot, firstly, I'm going to enjoy Twitter for quite some time, even very much. And we are going to be doing like a 5-hour reaction to signing Matt J from Exeter, because that would be insane. I would take Jay. I would because he's also a striker, and we could do with a striker, and he's actually a decent one. So I'd take Matt J, but I don't know if that's quite going to happen just yet. We'll hopefully it will. That would maybe that's Ryan Lowe's signing, eh? Maybe that is his signing. He's just going to pick up Matt J, which would be insane. But Joel Randall is skipping League One entirely, but he's facing League One outfit tomorrow. Do you expect him to start? Would you expect this to be a game that he would start?
I assume so. But who knows? I mean, if he does start, he's going to be. We have to look out for him because
he is a handful.
He
is a handful.
Yeah,
he's a handful down that left-hand side, mate. He's definitely a handful. That, he's not one that I would necessarily want to be facing. He's definitely a handful. In fact, him and Marriott, I think if we face them tomorrow, that is a tough two players to face.
Yeah.
Nice. So that are their new signings. Now, pre-season and their last 5 fixtures. Jesus, we'll get into this one because this is going to need some explaining. They started. Obviously, this isn't the entirety of pre-season. This is their last 5 games because that's how we do it. Yeah, that's how we do it. So Oxford went away and drew 2-2. Not the greatest start to pre-season. Then they played Swindon and only walked away with a 1-0 win, which were remarkable at the time. Remarkable because Swindon are shite. Then they went to Pompey and got battered 2-0.
Did they have to lose to them of all clubs?
It doesn't really matter, I don't think. Then I'm not sure if the first team went to Kings Lynn. I hope it wasn't because they walked away with a 1-0 loss. Followed by they started the championship season with a 3-0 loss. So their last 5 games has been shambolic, to say the least.
Yeah, I totally agree because losing to Kings Lynn and your championship side, I mean,
well, we're not sure. I'm not sure if that's the academy. It was a Tuesday night, and I doubt you'd be playing Tuesday night if you've got a game on Saturday. So I'm not sure if that is actually their first team. That's why I said I'm a bit iffy if it's their first team.
Yeah, well, if they lost to Kings Lynn, it probably is her academy side, to be honest with you. But yeah, losing 3-0 to Luton first game away as well. I mean, you'd expect to lose to Luton, but not by 3 goals. I was expecting a tight 1-0, to be honest with you. But seeing that result, they have to start winning home games now. Yes, it's the first game of the season, but they got to start winning home games because God knows how you're going to do away from home. Yeah. Yep.
I'd agree with that. Sorry, my group chat is the group chat. I mean, Jesus Christ. Fuck here now. Jesus Christ. Sorry, it's never good to look at a group chat when you're live. But no, Oxford, to lose, drawing to Oxford, not the greatest, I suppose. Then, as I say, that 1-0 win against Swindon, you'd want more. You'd certainly want to beat them by more. And then to lose to Pompey. I mean, okay. Then moving on, whatever team you sent lost 1-0 to Kings Lynn.
Yeah.
And then Luton smash you 3-0 in your first game back in the Championship. Not a great start from Darren Ferguson. Does this give you hope? Look, pre-season friendlies or not, does it give you hope that they haven't really won many? Like, I know we've lost three on a bounce, but we've still beaten like Torquay 3-0 and we beat our locals sides comfortably. So does it give you hope that maybe this team is a little low on confidence right now? Maybe they are thinking there's a bit of doubt. I know obviously one proper game in, but does it give you hope? I mean, I might be clutching at straws here. Does it give you hope that there might be something you can get?
Yeah, it does give me hope a little bit, to be honest, just because obviously I'm not going to keep going on about the Kings Lynn result, but if you can't beat Kings Lynn, it's probably the academy side, but if you can...
Well, focus on the other four. Focus on the other four results.
2-0 loss to Pompey is understandable. Because, no, they are a good side. They can be a good side 1 week. They're a yo-yo club, really. Win 1 week, lose next week.
Interesting.
Luton, obviously, that's the league. I'd expect them to lose that. Drawing to Oxford, though, away, yeah, I mean, that's understandable. Not a bad one there. Obviously, it's pre-season. Good draw against them. I don't know whether they was winning and Luton in Oxford pegged it back. I'm not quite sure, and winning and beating Swindon, yeah, I'd expect them to beat them, especially their Swindon are in League 2 now. So yeah, all in all, a mixed pre-season really for Posh.
Yeah, it has been a bit of a mixed one. Now their player to watch out for, and he is a danger. Jesus, if he starts, I'm not going to enjoy life. Johnson Clark-Harris. He is last season he scored 31 goals in 45 appearances for Posh, which, you know, bit scary. He knows where the back of the net is, so if he's starting tomorrow, Jesus Christ, it could be it could be painful. It really could be. In fact, if Argyle are playing tomorrow on Argyle, I might do a watch on for it. You never know. Might do a watch on for a game. Why not? Might do a watch on for the Posh game. But yeah, Clark-Harris, he knows where the back of the net is. Last season, 31 goals in 45 appearances. Liam, Johnson Clark-Harris, a danger man for Posh?
Yes, he's a mug. No, yeah, well, he is a mug actually. Yeah, he scores lots of goals because he's just, if we let him get through our defence, well, I mean, it's good night because he's not missing, is he? If he's not going to do a Thomas Muller in the Euros, is he? And miss.
No, he certainly won't.
No, he won't. If he does miss it at the post, you're thinking, well, how's he missed that? But
you're probably thinking we've just been fucking let off massively there. If he gets through our defence, to which I've no doubt he will. Whoever's our goalkeeper, whether that be Callum or Coops, they're going to have to really, really pull out a good save to stop him.
Looking at it now, I hope it's Coops.
I'm pretty sure it would be Burton.
Can I just say,
cup goalkeeper? You can't have Coops playing all the games. What's the point of having a backup goalkeeper then?
Peter was playing 2 games as well in one. Oh no, they're not Tuesday, Wednesday. I assume they're playing Splading United.
Yeah, that'll be their youth, mate.
Yeah, I thought so. Well,
season started. There'll be no more friendlies then.
Nope. Just talking about their home games, they have Derby County up next.
Big game for them. Big game for them. Yeah, you'd assume that Derby's a big game. They might rest. The thing with Darren is he might look at the Carabao Cup and go, realistically, can we win this? No, realistically. So he might think, fuck it, we'll go for it, we'll try, but we'll just take the L. We'll just take the L, and we'll sort of we'll go with it.
if he doesn't start Johnson Clark-Harris tomorrow, you're thinking, well, he's not taking the cup seriously then, is he? And then you think,
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we'll get into their formation because I've got what I think they're going to walk out with.
yeah,
It's gonna be interesting if they play Clark Harris and bloody Marriott. We are in for a rough ride, a really rough ride.
yeah.
That's for sure. But no, Darren might look at it and go, realistically, can we win it? Probably not. We got Derby at the weekend. Do we really want to risk it? Derby are a team that realistically, if Posh have any aspirations of staying up in the Championship this year, Derby are probably a team you want to get a win against.
Like I did say, if they want to stay up, they have to win their home games. Because otherwise...
But it's not just that. I mean, we're not previewing Posh's entire season, mate. But what the reason I mentioned Derby is they might rest for Derby because it's almost a 6-pointer at the start of the season.
Yeah.
It almost is because realistically for Posh, they're going to want to beat the likes of Derby, Hull and Blackpool if they have any aspirations of staying up. And then picking the other teams, sort of teams around you, they're the ones that, Posh are going to go for. So they might rest for tomorrow's game, which if they do is a bonus for us.
Talking, Huddersfield is winnable for them as well, just for example, because...
Yeah, but they're the games that they need to win. But moving on from that, because you're about to preview their entire season and we're not doing that. Peterborough's usual formation is a 3-4-3 or a 3-4-2-1. That's what they did last year. Now, this year, he did play first game of the season with a slap bang 4-4-2. Which is unusual for Darren. It is unusual for Darren and Peterborough to be playing a 4-4-2. It's not necessarily something he would normally do. So I do expect to sort of... It's almost being matched up to ours, isn't it? Apart from we all have an extra midfielder in the midfield battle. So that could be, the game against Rotherham, the midfield battle wasn't even a battle because there was no midfield battle because they just bypassed the midfield. We want to go through the midfield. So having that extra person in that midfield, it helps, right? Realistically, it does help. So realistically, you're thinking it's a tough one. It's you want that midfield battle. If you're an Argyle fan, you want that midfield battle, especially if they play with just a duo. So if they play with just two in midfield, unless one of the strikers are coming back to support, you have got a numerical advantage in the midfield area. That could be key, or it could not be. But if you're an Argyle fan, you want the midfield battle. If you're a Posh fan, arguably you're looking to maybe bypass that midfield. Maybe use your wingers instead. So how do you expect to see the battle go on? Do you expect to see... I suppose first question is, do you expect to see Darren play a 4-4-2 or a 3-4-2-1?
Obviously, I don't really look at Peterborough's formation in normal games, do I? So I'm probably going to guess a 3-4-2-1.
Yeah, well, that was their preferred formation last year. As I said, they started the championship with a 4-4-2.
Oh.
So got a van just absolutely acting like a dickhead right now.
Wait, what? Oh.
Yes, there we go. Now you'll be able to hear me a bit better. Remind me to punch my neighbours. But no, I do expect them to do that usual. I don't know. He sort of threw a curveball in the Luton fixture. Maybe that is why they lost fucking 3-0. But 4-4-2. I don't really recall seeing Darren playing 4-4-2 that often. So that is odd. That is odd for Darren. Yeah, we'll go for 3-5-2. We all know what Ryan will do. 3-5-2, holding midfielder, allows allows to other sort of box to box per se midfielders, Danny and whoever, to get forward. So we know what we're going to have. What they're going to have, maybe a bit more of a curveball.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
It is a tough one. It's a tough one to predict. Obviously, this isn't a normal game. It's not really a normal game, so we'll sort of have to wait and see with that. But no, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to predict. But talking a little bit more about Argyle and what we expect to see from our boys, what do you want to see from our boys tomorrow?
Just obviously, for me in this cup competition, it's not really my favourite, but the result doesn't really matter to me. Even if we lose, I'm not too bothered if we go out. Because for me, I just want us to maybe get a goal, or just maybe a bit of pride. Really, just go, just for the fans, just put in a good performance. Even if we lose, just put in a good performance. Not like Rotherham, because we didn't play well there. Just put in a good performance and see where we go from there.
Yeah, it is a tough one. It is very much a tough one. But we're joined by Callie, who is a Posh fan, Peterborough fan. We've just sort of had a look at the in-depth of Posh. We've had a little look at Darren and all of that lovely stuff. It's going to be an interesting battle. Now, last season, correct me if I'm wrong, but you preferred to play with a 3-4-2-1. Now on Saturday, you ended up whacking out a 4-4-2, which was a curveball at best, and might suggest why you did lose 3-0 if he's chucking around a 4-4-2, like it's like, oh yeah, it's a 4-4-2. Let's go back to basic English. It's like he never really did that in League One. So, firstly, do you expect him to play a 4-4-2 again? Because it seemed very unlike him.
It was weird. The thing is with Fergie, like at the start of the season, he always seems to want to try something new. And he's a big fan of the diamond. And the talk was we was going to play a diamond this year. So whether or not that will come out, I don't know. Or whether he just played a little bit defensively, because realistically we played with 2 recognised left backs on the left side against Luton, and the guy who played left mid was from non-league. So I mean, it's not good. Hopefully tomorrow we look to. I expect us to put a decent team out, because obviously I watched a bit when you were talking about pre-season, and our preparation pre-season's been shocking. Like I think Johnson Clark-Harris has played probably about 90 minutes of football.
The results of your pre-season has been something that I can only ever describe as a complete and utter shambles.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, so Johnson Clark-Harris, top goal scorer last season, and the guy plays 45 minutes against Kings Lynn, and that's all he's played in pre-season. And then he starts on Saturday. Like it didn't really make sense to us. Jack Marriott's been injured in pre-season, so he only played 45 minutes the other day as well. So yeah, we've sort of gone into the season where we need to sort of get going straight away, otherwise we're going to get in trouble, and we're just not ready. So I think tomorrow I expect us to play a decent team.
So Jack Marriott should be fit for the game then, I assume.
Yeah, I do assume he will.
Oh dear. Okay.
I mean, it's a tough one. It is a tough one. And Liam, you on about the audio pass there for £2.50.
Me was
Carabao Cup. I don't know. Yeah, you were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's going to be an interesting one. Natasha, big up to Natasha. I'm buzzing. Let's go. I'm buzzing from yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was decent. I had a good few watch-alongs, and they'll be back. Obviously, we started with the EFL. Premier League is back on Friday, but we've got all our shows Friday, so we're back. Watch along on Saturday lunchtime. United Leeds should be a
What do you
great
mean?
way to keep.
Not watching
Kid.
Posh? What do you mean? That's poor.
Not watching the Posh. I don't think I can, mate. I live in England, mate. Apparently,
it's on Sky.
Is it?
Yes, Posh Derby at 12:30 as well. Might have to do a double watch along for it.
I'll keep an eye on that score. Actually, I could.
Yeah.
I could do a double.
I'm sure
Obviously,
it won't be too interesting.
All the thumbnail stuff will be United Leeds because that's
Yeah.
easier to that's easier to sell to get people in, really. Mate, it's the same as if Argyle Exeter was on the same day as United Liverpool, although I would, as an Argyle fan, be pushing the Argyle stuff out there. That reminds me, start of September, Argyle Portsmouth at Fatton Park, live on Sky. So we're gonna fuck the Monday review show that we normally have. We've got a watch along to do, boys, especially considering it's at Fatton Park. Natasha saying because Coventry City won. They did. What a game that was. It was really. Did you see the game?
I did, yeah, it was decent.
Yeah, I was just about to say the limbs in that game. All about limbs, me. I'm all about shithousery as well. It's going to be a tough one. So you're thinking he's going to go a bit more stronger than you'd thought, because you've got a derby at the weekend, and I don't want to sound rude, but that's the sort of game you sort of need to win. 100%. It's almost like a 6-pointer at the start of the season for you, because if Peterborough have any aspirations of staying up in the Championship, teams like Derby, Blackpool, Hull, they're the teams you've got to realistically get 6 points off.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think obviously they're in a bit of trouble player-wise, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of side to put out against Salford tomorrow, going ahead for Saturday.
Do they even put out a side?
They just play under 18s.
As Rooney, have they even got under 18s in their club, mate? I don't want to be this. Is Rooney still down as a player manager? Because he might actually have to put his boots on. You might see Rooney just whack up a goal at Salford. Natasha went to a game. That is lucky. The limbs. We had a troll halfway through our game, so I had to deal with them quickly, brutally as well. But we'll get into sort of predictions. Now we think we're going for a 3-5-2. We think our main goalkeeper Coops is going to go on the bench. Callum Burton we're thinking is going to start. Back three, think it's probably going to be Galloway, Macaulay, Gillespie, and Dan Scarr, with a midfield of maybe Adam Randall, Panucci, Camara, and
Danny
Mayer. Wing backs on the right, Joe Edwards. On the left, he might go Conor Grant, I don't know if he'll give Lawsy a game. Not this early. And then a front two of... We know our strikers are going to be Jepcott and Hardy. We know that much. Mainly because Ennis pulled out on Saturday of a hamstring injury. Bit of tightness there. So you can rule him out of the game. And we haven't got any other strikers unless we want to really do a madness and play Reece Shirley, which I fucking hope not. Not that I don't rate the guy, but, he's a kid. He's barely even trained with us last season. So that's what we think. What are you sort of thinking your starting lineup's going to be, if you can even predict what Darren Ferguson's going to do?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. To be fair, I just see that Jack Taylor and Jack Marriott and Sariki Dembele are all going to be out, expected to come back Saturday. So, to be fair, I don't know what we're going to do up top. You might even see Ricky J. Jones potentially up top. Either that or stick a winger up there. But I think we'll probably play Ronnie Edwards at centre-half.
Do you think you'll see Clark Harris playing tomorrow?
Nah, not with it. Cause he obviously, he played. He might come on if it lasts 20 if we're in trouble. But I can't see him starting, to be fair. And to be honest, I don't know where our goals will come from. No
Clark Harris, no Mario. I'm feeling you're making me feel a little bit more happy about this game.
No
I'm a little bit
Dembele.
more. Yeah, I'm. You got a new signing with the Exeter boy, haven't you, Joel Randall?
To be fair, I I think he'll play
He'll
because
play.
he only played 10, 15 minutes the other day and made a big impact apparently. So
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
he's a handful to deal with, but he's more of an assister, not a goal scorer. That's from what I can understand anyway. So unless you're playing one of Clark Harris or Marriott up top, which it appears you probably won't.
yeah, probably won't.
I mean, that's probably good. That is good for us anyway.
Put it this way, I expect Ricky J. Jones to play, if not, and
Who's
pretty
Ricky
sure.
J. Jones?
Well, he's a wonder kid on FM. So that's what we'll give him credit for.
Love to see it.
Darren Ferguson says he's the quickest player he's ever worked with. So yeah, he's absolutely rapid, but only young. He's about 80. Must be getting about 20 now, I think. A year below me.
I'm just trying to think, Liam, have we got any pace at centre back?
I don't know.
Danskar is not very mobile. Wilson, I don't think he's got legs on him to do a 100-metre sprint. Fuck me, it's going down to either Macaulay Gillespie or Brendan Galloway. I don't know what pace we've got at the back. Let's just hope he doesn't come through too many times, shall we? Because
just play deep.
Pace. Yeah, well, no, Ryan won't play deep. I mean, Jesus, this is Ryan Lowe we're talking about. He doesn't know what playing deep means. It's yeah. He might play deep, you know. He might though. No, might do. We like to progress the ball. We like to use midfielders.
Yeah.
Something that clearly, evidently, Rotherham do not. I said in the review, I said they played ugly football, which is true because hoofball to me is ugly football.
Yeah.
And that's just where
for a while, though, aren't they? Rotherham.
Yeah, they're just. I don't want to insult Rotherham, but they're just the ugliest football team I've ever seen.
I think it started with when they had Steve Evans there.
Yeah, I think it may be even more disgusting than Wycombe Wanderers football, and that I tell you is something different. Wycombe is brutal, but yeah, what's your centre halves like? Have you got any good ones?
I'll start in ones. Beavers and Kent. They're all right. I'm not a big fan of Beavers. A bit slow. I doubt one of them might play, but I think they think Ronnie Edwards might play, a youngster who has been in and around the England squads. So I think he's from. I was gonna say Barnet, but I might be wrong. Yeah, he's from non-league somewhere. We signed him last year, and yeah, they reckon he's got a real good potential. So he's been in England like under 18 camps and all sorts. So looks decent. I expect him to start. To be fair.
Hopefully with Beavers, because if you play Beavers, Ryan Hardy has got bags of pace. The boy don't stop running. I've noticed that when watching him. Just doesn't stop running. He's like we call Dan James the Welsh Sonic, but Hardy he's just like a little bit. He's taller than Dan James, but he just keeps running. He just doesn't stop. Bless him. He's got a bit of pace on him. Jeffers, I don't think Jeffers has that much pace on him. I've always said that if we can turn Jeffers into a bit of a target man with a bit of, possession-based football, he'll do quite well. But now we've got a bit of pace there. Your midfield, what's your midfield? Because we've got a decent midfield. That much I can tell you. What's yours? Like?
I don't know who we're going to play in midfield because Jack Taylor out, probably our best midfielder. George Grant played along what. To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if Poku played. I don't know whether you know that is. We signed him from Colchester. He might play, one of the wingers.
Did you say
Poku
or Poku?
Poku. His name's Kwame Poku.
Oh, Poku.
Yeah.
So it's not. I thought for a second there, I thought you said Poku, which I was about to cry with laughter as he is so shit. We had him on loan last year. He's arguably the worst centre back I've ever seen at Argyle. And I've watched Guy Branston in an Argyle shirt in League Two. And if I'm saying that Jerome Opoku is the worst centre-back I've ever seen, and I've watched Guy Branston at Argyle in League Two, yeah, there's something mad with him. He's not good. But no, Poku, I've never heard of him, but I'm sure he's not too shabby.
Well, yeah, we always get sold the dream with our signings by our chairman. Says that we want to become established, and then comes out and we sign Edmondson from non-league, and he's like, yeah, he's the best player below the Football League, and then we sign Poku, and he's one of the best talents below the Championship, and it's just like, yeah, all right then. But yeah,
I love your owner.
He's funny.
We have quite a good we have quite a good relationship with him. Well, Ryan does, that's for sure, because we managed to nab Cooper off you, Georgie.
Yeah.
He got injured, unfortunately. He was actually one of our better players. He certainly knows how to deliver a ball. He's
for sure,
brilliant at crossing.
Yeah.
That's why I think Jeff Gott has really sort of fallen down at the moment, because there's not really anyone crossing the ball, and he sort of likes crosses. He knows how to put the ball in the back of the net from across.
Yeah.
We're asking him to deal with Danny Mayer, and it's like, Danny ain't passing him that ball. And it's just very weird. But now we've also got Ryan Brum, as I like to call him, Brum Brum. A good old Brum Brum. He looks about 75.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that now.
His hair's not doing him any favours.
It's certainly not. It's definitely not doing him any favours. I don't know if he dyes it like that or if that's natural. But if that's natural, then
I think it's natural. Yeah.
I would probably shave that off. Yeah, he certainly looks at. If he does come across this, because I know Argyle boys sometimes do gander YouTube. If he does see this, I mean, no offense by it, mate, but you do look about 75. I only realised he was 24. I was like, fuck off. You ain't 24 years old. Don't be so ridiculous. Apparently he is. A bit mad. He's cup tied though. Well, not cup tied, but can't play because he's on loan. Unless your chairman's done a nicety and gone, fuck it, just play him against us. Why not?
Doubt it. I doubt it.
I doubt it too, because your chairman's lovely. But I don't think he did that with Coops. I don't think he did. Ryan wanted him to, but I don't think he did it. So I think he's not able to play.
Did he play? Did he play the weekend?
Yeah, he came on about 30 minutes. Came on for Danny Mayer. I thought, okay, so we're like for like in the middle, and he ended up at left wing back. I'm like, what? I'm like,
To be fair, we did play him at wing back a few times.
I'm like, Ryan, what are you doing, mate? Why is he playing there? So comes off for because we brought on Adam Mandel. It was like, right, what are you taking up? You're taking Conor Grant off. If you're bringing on Mandel, you're taking off our left wing back. Apparently, Conor Grant is also a midfielder, by the way. He's more of a central midfielder. He's played left wing back a fair few times for us. But yeah, Brum ended up at left wing back. Bless him, he couldn't really affect the game. By the time he came on, it was pretty much like, just make sure you don't concede any more goals and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Game was dead by the time he came on. It's sad saying that in the 60th minute, but we certainly weren't penetrating that defence. I mean, we tried.
Yeah, they're going to be a decent team. I think they always are. Like they're not great to watch. Yeah, they're not great to watch, but they're just solid everywhere.
They're arguably the worst team ever to watch. Absolutely hate watching them. I've said we might as well just swap bloody Derby and Rotherham around now. Might as well just do it now. Just put them back in the Championship. They're such a weird team though. Because they're not good enough for a Championship. They're too good for League One. It's like, sort yourselves out, guys. Just become even shitter or just become good. One of the two. But stop yo-yoing. You're like West Brom. They're like the West Brom of League One and the Championship. It's annoying. At least we've got our hardest game out of the way. But we might as well move on to score predictions. It should be an interesting game. I don't think we're going to see many goals.
No,
I don't think. I mean, you're looking like you're not gonna play either of your good strikers.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love our strikers, but right now I think I could penetrate a defence a bit better than them. Again, I mean, no disrespect if you do stumble across this, boys. You just don't look dangerous at the moment. Jeffers, I don't. Someone start crossing the ball. Just someone start crossing the ball. Make him feel like he's back at home because he looks lost. Bless him. I'm gonna say. Do you know, I'm going to say a 1-0 shithouse from Argyle, probably a Conor Grant free kick. It would not surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if Conor Grant is he'll put it top bins as well, mate. Do not give us free kicks in and around the area because Connor will shoot from them, and he has got one heck of a good shot. He's a very good. He's a dead ball specialist, really. And to be fair, you don't really want to let Houghton start having shots from outside your area either, because he could have scored against Rotherham twice. So, yeah, allow them shooting opportunities at your peril is all I'll say. If you do let them have opportunities,
keeper in goal, he's useless.
Oh, okay, well then I might change it to like 5 now. When
he's like 6 foot. He's genuinely like 6 foot. Our goalkeeper is 6 foot tall. If you're telling me you've got a good free kick taker, we're in trouble, because from free kicks he's useless. He's too small.
Lovely.
I feel like I'm giving you a lot of hope, but like genuinely, the guy is too small.
You definitely are.
If you go watch the first goal we conceded to Luton the other day, like I'm telling you now, a 6'3", 6'4" keeper saving it all day, but like he's just too small.
Yeah, or my only advice for you lot then is just don't give away any stupid free kicks in and around the area, because he will probably eat him alive then. Yeah, in fact, yeah. Ideally, get it centrally as well, because he can use both feet. I'm pretty sure he can, can't he, Liam?
Sorry, who?
Conor Grant, he's both-footed, isn't he? 2-footed.
Not quite sure.
Left and right. I think he is. I'm pretty sure Conor Grant can use his left and his right. He's a bit like Greenwood. So that'll be a bit dangerous, especially if you hit it centrally, because you never know where it's going. So yeah, that'll be interesting. But Liam, score prediction. What are you going for?
Well, in my preview I did on my channel, I went 2-0 Posh, but after hearing after hearing Clark Harris and Marriott and who's the other one that's out? Dembele.
Dembele.
Yeah, Dembele. I want to change it, but I'm not.
You can say Argyle will shithouse a 1-0 victory, especially if they're dodgy from free kicks, mate. If their keeper's dodgy from free kicks, and we start with Conor Grant and they get a free kick in and around that area, yeah, it's going to be quite. It's going to be brutal.
Yeah, but I'm going to say 2-0 Posh. Hope I'm wrong though.
2-0 Posh.
Yeah.
Liam's not overly confident, yeah. But Callie, what are you going for?
I'll go 2-1 Posh. I'm not overly confident in our defence yet, so by the sound of it, if you're half decent from set pieces, you could cause us problems. So yeah, 2-1.
What do you like from corners? That's the question.
We're centre halves were all right, but if you put it near our keeper and you've got someone who's bigger than 6'3", 6'2", then yeah, you might cause us a couple of problems.
Let me have a look at how big Dan's goal is.
He's honestly, he's small. Honestly, at the end of half time on Saturday, all Posh fans on Twitter and all that lot was just like, yeah, he's not good enough for the championship. And I was like, yeah, well, we could have told you that before the season started, but
right, Dan is 6'2".
Lovely.
Yeah, could cause us problems.
Gillespie, Macaulay Gillespie. Macaulay is right. Right, he's only 5'11". Fuck me, Macaulay, you short bastard. James Wilson.
Still be alright. A couple centimetres smaller than our freaking keeper.
James is 6 foot. Fuck
Yeah.
me. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the one at Salford, or the one released from Salford. I'll put Argyle next to his name. There we go. He is 6'3". Oh dear me. And the last one I'll check for you is Brandon Galloway. Height. And he is 6'2". So we've our centre backs are going to cause you a few issues.
Yeah.
Give us a few corners. That's all I'll say. Give us a few corners. If we don't start Gillespie, because he seems a bit like a short ass.
Did you see our corners? Did you see our corners last season?
Yeah. Did you see our defenders from last season?
Yeah, but did you see our corners? It was awful.
Yeah, but we normally have quite good delivery with either Connor or Jordan Houghton taking corners.
Yeah.
We'll get a bit of success from them if we can put it on Dan Scar's fat head like we did against Rotherham. This time he just needs to, a goal is there. That's over the bar, you dickhead. That massive forehead. It was. But the reason I'm annoyed by it is because it was directly on his forehead. You could not have got a better ball. Like nothing more could have been done to aid you in this development. Absolutely nothing. The ball was put peach on your forehead. You've not had to jump too high. You've not had to do any of that palaver. It's been put straight bang onto your forehead, and you still put it over the bar. I don't know how you do that. I don't know why you do that. It's really annoying. Don't do that again. That really bothered me. Watching that, I was like, fucking twat. Just, ugh. But yeah, we can be a bit dangerous. There's more free kicks that I'm now a bit more hopeful.
This is Argyle fans when Dan Sky missed the corner.
What? I can hear it.
He's a strange one, isn't he?
He's a strange one. Yeah. No, I can assure you, I didn't say he was a strange one. I think I said for fuck's sake. Especially when watching, obviously I can go to a game. So I listened to it and I was like, oh, well, they're saying it's a good ball and our commentators can normally chat shit. And then I watched replay and I went, oh, okay, maybe it was peach for the ball. Fucking idiot. That's the way I reacted. I was less than pleased. Big up to Jay. We are all doing well. Big up to Natasha. He says, I hope you're well, DC. But yeah, we'll be back tonight. We've got Premier League predictions. Yeah, you know that league that happens every 10 months. Yeah, that one. That's back at the weekend. So this Monday, obviously, normally we'd have the weekly review show, but there's not really been anything to review. So we're back at 9 p.m. for the preview of that one and the predictions. So preview, predictions, bit of both. Should be an interesting one. Assembling a great panel.
You're not doing your first XI tonight?
I'm doing both, mate. I can do both. I'm a busy man on a Monday. First XI, 6:30. Yeah, I was prepping that last night, so don't you worry. Don't you worry. Aaron is not safe for me and Charlie, that is for sure. Don't worry about that. But we are going to wrap it up there. Do hit that like button if you are new to the channel. Also hit that subscribe button as well. Check out our socials, Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, Instagram, Let's Talk EPL_, and on TikTok, Let's Talk Premier League. Liam, where can they find you, mate?
Just before I say that, has Charlie got his voice back?
You
don't
I haven't asked him.
Oh, right.
I'll find out at 6:30.
Hopefully he has. But yeah, YouTube for me is on the banner there, as normal. Twitter is Liam PFC Martin 1, and Instagram is Liam PFC Martin.
Perfect, mate. And Callie, where can they find you, mate?
My YouTube is CallieG98 and my Twitter and Twitch are CallieG1998.
Perfect, mate. Perfect. But yes, 9 p.m. Do not miss it. Do not miss it. I've got an Arsenal fan. I've assembled an Arsenal fan. You all know who he is. We've got a Liverpool fan, got a couple of United fans, even got a Chelsea fans. We've actually almost got a full panel of all our rivals, you know. Not our goals rivals, fuck me, only Arsenal are our goals rivals. That reminds me, we've got you coming up. Well, we've got your kids, to which will, if we win, well, we've got Arsenal's kids, haven't we? November, I think, September, October, one of those months we've got them. So
it's in that 10-pot trophy, to be honest.
That trophy, man.
If we win it, I don't care if we win the trophy or not. I frankly couldn't give less of a shit. But if we beat Arsenal's under 23s, I'm taking that as a win, and I'll be showboating for about a year. Shameless, I know, but Shameless is my middle name. So you know, got that. But yeah, tonight 9 p.m. Also got our fantasy league. So if you are watching on that stream, the fantasy league is in the description. We are going to be sort of getting a bit more active with that. I was waiting for this Monday to announce that because, you know, EFL it was important this weekend. It was important. I enjoyed it. We had 3 EFL watch-alongs, which was fun. But yes, 9 p.m. We're back then. But until then, guys, thanks for watching and peace out, guys.